Hello, I'm Keen, leader of the team producer of this video. As for the task distribution, we will first come to KBB. Douglas Koo Chun focuses on interior designer and land surveyor. Next will be Jun Yuan focusing on financial advisors. Next will be Uyi Werges on our main topic, quantity surveyors. Then on to Alex Thursday Chin Wei, focusing on architect and building service engineers. Tan Wei Sheng, in dealing with environmental impact assessment. Last but not least, Mr. Yap Ching Ling focusing on civil and structure engineers. Architects.
Architects. They work in the construction industry and are involved with designing new buildings, extensions or alterations to existing buildings, or advising on the restoration and conservation of old properties. To practice architecture means to provide services in connection with the design and construction of buildings, and the space within the site surrounding the buildings that have as their principal purpose human occupancy or use. Architect is basically a leader, working with a bunch of consultants such as quantity surveyor or the civil engineers. Architects provide drawings to the consultants for them to do research on the capacity of the building. Architects supplies for planning permission and advice from governmental new build and legal departments. They also writes and presents reports, proposals, applications and contracts to the client for further understanding. Apart from that, the architect chooses the materials to be used and specifies the requirements for the project. Architects adapts to plans according to circumstances, and they can resolve any problems that may arise during construction. They also make sure that the project is running according to schedule and budget. Building services engineers. In charge of designing layouts and requirements for building services for residential or commercial developments. They often visit sites, meets clients and works with other professional engineers, architects and surveyors. Apart from that, they will be supervising the construction of the building services, commissioning systems and ongoing maintenance and operation of services. They also make sure that the project is running according to schedule and budget. Quantity surveyor. Quantity surveyor's estimate may include new buildings, renovations or maintenance work, from early design costs to final figures. They often visit sites, meets clients and works with other professional engineers, architects and surveyors. Apart from that, they will be supervising the construction of the building services, commissioning systems and ongoing maintenance and operation of services. Quantity surveyor estimates the project budget, analyzes the effect of design changes on the budget, and the most noticeable role preparation of bill of quantities that assist in the tender process, produces tender document, and manage the tender process, clarify and evaluate tenders, variations control, contract administration and assessment of claims, negotiate and settlement of accounts. Valuing completed work and arranging for payments, expert witness report in case of dispute. Advisors.
Hello there, it's me Robot Gan. Technically, financial advisors is a financial advice or guidance to customers for compensation. They can provide many different services, such as investment management or income tax preparation and estate planning.
They often visit sites, meets clients and works with other professional engineers, architects and surveyors.
An insurance agent may be qualified to sell both life insurance and variable annuities. A broker may also be a financial planner. A financial advisor may create financial plans for clients or sell financial products, or a combination of both. Haha. Financial advisors provide clients with specialist advice on how to manage their money. The role involves researching the marketplace and recommending the most appropriate products and services available, ensuring clients are aware of and understand products that best meet their needs, and then securing a sale. You see money, but you can't have them. Muyu ha ha ha, the joke's on you. Dollar 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 is all we ever think of. Oh yeah ha ha ha.
Quantity surveyor's estimate may include new
to examine the environmental consequences or impacts, both beneficial and adverse, of a proposed development project. Help the decision-making process by provide information about consequences of development. Provide sustainable development by identifying environmentally sound practice and mitigation measures for development. Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA, is the process by which the anticipated effects on the environment of a proposed development or project are measured. If the likely effects are unacceptable, design measures or other relevant mitigation measures can be taken to reduce or avoid those effects. Carrying capacity-based planning ensures sustainable development. Environment Impact Assessment could form a major instrument in decision-making and for measurement of sustainability in the context of regional carrying capacity, provided the conceptual framework is extended to cumulative assessment of development policies, plans and projects on a regional basis.
Environmental consulting firms. As new projects are designed, an environmental site assessment should be performed on each property in question. It is vital that such an assessment be completed prior to any construction. Reliable environmental engineering services can easily provide the necessary information to ensure companies make sound investments, as well as helping to provide better health for those who will be involved in the property. Environmental engineers will also be able to determine the possible positive impact a project will bring to an area, such as clean air and adequate water resources. But how will this prove to be beneficial? As more companies become aware of their responsibility toward the environment, the wanton destruction of natural resources is prevented. With the proper recommendations from reputable environment engineering services, projects will be conceptualized around the preservation of our surroundings.
Here's a picture of some green stuff. Alright, let's move on to the next slide.
Quantity surveyor's estimate may include new buildings.
Project manager who will take on the management of key client projects with the goal of delivering every project on time, within budget, and within scope. Project managers maintain a budget in almost every field. You will need to be confident in using math skills to make sure you know where your company's money is going. Perform risk management to minimize project risks to the lowest. They are able to successfully manage the relationship with the client and all stakeholders. Here's a picture of some green stuff. Alright, let's move on to the next slide. Land surveyors. Reminds me of Mr. Moonier. Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA, is the process by which the anticipated effects on the environment of a proposed development or project are measured. If the likely effects are unacceptable, design measures or other relevant mitigation measures can be taken to reduce or avoid those effects. Land surveyors work in the office and in the field. From suits to boots. Out in the field, they use the latest technology such as high-order GPS, robotic, an area, making computations, and taking photos as evidence. They are able to successfully manage the relationship with the client and all stakeholders. We depend on surveying to ensure order in the physical world around us. Land surveyors play an integral role in land development, from the planning and design of land subdivisions through to the final construction of roads, utilities, and landscaping.
It's brown.
Yeah, it's brown. It's definitely brown. Look like brown to me.
Land surveyors. Interior designers plan and design building interiors. This might include offices, hotels, restaurants, retail spaces, hospitality, healthcare, theater set, and exhibition design, domestic interiors, and so on. It may involve interiors for new buildings, or the redevelopment of existing spaces. An interior and spatial designer is involved in the design or renovation of internal spaces, including structural alterations, furnishings, fixtures and fittings, lighting, and color schemes. Designs and feasibility studies are produced for commercial, leisure and domestic properties, and the designer oversees the project from beginning to end. We depend on surveying to ensure order in the project manager who will take on the management of key client projects with the goal of delivering every project on time, within budget, and within scope.